Let's start in Sukhasana.
Wait.
So cross your legs at mid-shins. Sit right. Make sure you sit right in the center of your blankets and not far forward, but right in the center of your two blankets. And then lean over one side to the other. Take the hand, upper hamstring, lower buttock, rotate out and draw back. Both sides. So the inner thighs rotate down as the lower part of the buttock and the upper hamstring rotate out. Bring your fingertips into your blankets or your mat. Press and lift your side rib cage. Run your collarbone. Open your sternum. Bring the tops of your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale your breath, bring your hands together. And instead of having your hands here, bring your thumbs low towards the bottom edge of the sternum. Tuck the inner arms in and extend the tips of the elbows down. You want to extend up from the sides of the neck and the back of the neck. Your chin should be parallel to the mat. Shoulder blades come into the body. And if you hadn't done so, close your eyes. Begin your Ujjayi breathing here. It's an audible inhalation, audible exhalation. As you inhale, move your inhalation deep into your outer rib cage. When you empty the lungs, or when you exhale, empty the lungs completely. Don't force either one. Let both of these be kind of smooth. We'll chant Om. You guys can join in, or you're welcome to just listen. Exhale your breath, bow your head, bring your chin to the groove of your neck. Bring your hands down to the very tops of your legs, center your head. And as you exhale the breath, slowly open the eyes and release the hands. Let's come forward so you can grab your blocks, or you can come forward just using the hands. Actually, we'll come forward, but we'll use a block to one hand. So come towards the front edge of your blanket or whatever prop you're seated on. As you exhale the breath, let your outer legs and your outer knees relax toward your feet. Grab your block if you're going to use a block in your left hand. You want to move the block kind of out, and not directly in front of you, but out at an angle to the right. Right fingertips press into the mat. Move your weight to the left. So as you press with your right fingertips, you want to shift your weight from your outer right side into your outer left side. Your chin comes down towards the groove of your neck. So the block is in your left hand, or your left hand is against the mat or the floor, but you're walking the left arm out forward or out in front of you at an angle to the right. You're walking the left arm out at an angle to the right. Once you get your left arm out as far as you can, press down with the palm of your hand into the block or the floor. Bring the left shoulder blade in, bring the sternum up. Now, rotate the back left rib cage down towards the mat. And then grip the block and come back up. Okay? So make sure, first of all, guys, that your knees are not here, but that you've got your legs crossed at your mid-shin. So go ahead and bring the leg that was in front closest to the blanket. And then once more, you've got to adjust the buttock flesh. So rotate the buttock flesh out. Make sure that you're seated very tall. Check your knees. See, the center of your knees or the eyes of your kneecaps should move out towards the top edge of your mat. Lift your spine. If you're going to use a block, it's in your right hand. If not, left fingertips onto the mat. Right arm goes out, and it's at a little bit of an angle, maybe mid-shin. Walk your right arm out at that angle. Keep your sternum right over your legs. So in other words, don't come here. Walk the right arm out. Use the left fingertips. The left elbow is bent. Use the left fingertips to push your weight over to the right. Now, as you walk the left arm out, you want to begin to rotate the back right rib cage down towards the mat. So it's almost like you're taking a slight twist. Your right ear can also turn towards your right arm. Yeah, so you can almost rest your ear to your arm. That's it. And then grip your blocks and bring them back towards you. And then let's extend our legs out in front. We've switched our cross. So move or extend out in front of you. Rotate the flesh. And when you rotate the flesh, you want your leg bones, the upper leg bone, to move into the hip socket. So take your time to do that. Really reach into your feet. So extend your inner groin into your inner heels. Press the base of your big toes out in front of you. Grab your strap or reach forward with your hands, Paschimottanasana. So you can wrap your strap around the base of your toes. Lift up, moving your torso up away from your leg bones. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows out, spread the front ribs, spread the back rib cage, and fold. Widen the elbows here, guys. And as you wind your elbows out to the side, imagine spreading the breastbone, spreading the front rib cage. Good. Press down through your upper leg bones, press down through your heel bones, and tuck your chin a little bit towards the groove of your neck. See if you can move the very top of your head towards your toes. Dan, why do I see your head? There you go. And then inhale up and exhale, release. Very good. So one more time for Paschimottanasana. So rotate the flesh. Either use the strap or use the hands. If you're going to use the hands, engage the legs. Pretend as if you've tied your legs together. So your two legs are now one leg. Reach to your feet or move the base of your big toe joints out in front. Reach the arms out or hold the strap. Reach out, go beyond your feet, and then grab your feet. Inhale, lift up. Shoulders down, and exhale. Widen the elbows out as you fold. So wing the elbows out and up. Everyone take the tips of your elbows up. Take the tips of your, good. Tips of your elbows up. Spread your collarbone, spread your breastbone, bring your leg bones down, and bring your heel bones down. And then inhale, stretch up, lift up through your side ribs, and then exhale to release. Perfecto. All right, guys, go ahead and we're gonna. I have this little lunge sequence. Let's see what we end up doing. So grab blocks if you've got them. Yep, grab blocks if you've got them, and then I'm gonna show to the side so you guys can see. So just watch for a moment. So you're gonna stay down on your mat. Just kneeling like this with your hands on your two blocks. You'll step your right foot up. And the first place that I'm going to go with this right foot is I'm going to stay with the knee bend here. My hands are grounded. I'm going to extend the right leg, straighten the right knee. So the right foot is pressing into the mat. Top of the left foot is pressing. Now watch the outer. As you hold your blocks, draw your outer right hip down and pull your outer right hip back. Keep your foot pressing. As you come forward, you bend your elbows, place your nose to your knee. Then we'll rock back onto the heel and do the same thing, nose to the knee. Okay, so start kneeling on your mat with your hands on your blocks. Your blocks can be flat or your blocks can be kind of that medium level as I had mine. Okay, so blocks in the hands, come onto the knees. Blocks are out in front of you because you want to press down and support yourself by using your blocks. Bring your right leg in and keep your right knee bent for a moment. And actually, let's just kind of lift up here. So your right knee is bent and your left knee is bent. Press the top of your left foot and move your torso up. Good. Now exhale, come down, put your hands on your blocks and walk your right foot out. And I want you to straighten your right knee. So take your right leg and your right foot out as far as you can, a straight right knee, guys. Use your hands to your blocks. Use your hands to your blocks. Now press your right foot completely into the mat and draw your outer right foot, right leg, and outer right hip like this. Back. Go back. Rotate back so your foot is flat. Everyone flatten your right foot onto the mat. Push down with your hands. Bend your elbows. Put your weight in your hands. Wing your elbows out and move your nose down to your right knee. Now, try to reach back as if you're going to sit your bottom on your left heel. So your right knee is straight. Your nose, your elbows are bent, and your nose is touching your right knee. Now, keep your right knee straight. Right foot flat, bring your right thigh bone down, pull your outer right hip back. Good. Take an exhalation of the breath and come up and then turn your toes up and your heel down. Now, bend the elbows again, draw the right heel down, toes, flex your toes. Do a dorsiflex on your right foot. Now with your heel, draw your outer right hip back. Now, bend the elbows, holding the blocks, touch the nose to the knee. Touch the nose to the right knee. Good. Touch the nose to the right knee, guys. And then go ahead and lift up. Now, bend your right knee, 90-degree angle, right foot on the mat. Come forward by bending your right knee as much as you can. Bend your right knee. Everyone bend the right knee. Put your fingertips on your blocks and lift your chest. Good. Take your outer left foot and roll it towards your mat. Draw your outer right hip back and lift up through your chest. Look behind you. Look up, look back, and lean forward. And then exhale, come back. Bring the right knee back. Step up with the left foot. Now I have to remember what we did. Okay, so step, your right foot is in front, and you're in that kind of a kneeling position. Don't go forward yet, but come like this. Come up. Now come forward, draw your left hip back, put your hands on your blocks. Instead of taking your back leg anywhere, wiggle your left leg forward, just like this, guys. Wiggle your left leg forward. And I kind of want you to draw your left sitting bone down and pull it back. Take your left sitting bone back and kind of up. Push with your blocks, press your foot, bend your elbows, move your nose to your knee. Keep pressing with your right, top of your right foot into the mat. So your left foot is flat. Left foot is flat. Bend the elbows, nose to the knee. Good. Draw your outer right hip back and use your outer left hip and use your left foot. Use your left foot to help you pull your hip backwards. Good. And then come up. You still got that straight knee. Yes. Now flex your toes and kind of dig your left heel into the mat like this. And I'm going to show from here. Draw back, almost pull, like you're going to pull your left foot back behind you. Now, elbows bent, come forward again, but use your left heel, guys. Bring your left thigh bone down. Bring your left shin bone down. Flex your left toes. Bend your elbows. Touch nose to knee. Touch nose to knee. Great. And then go ahead and come up. And I think what we did from here is you come back into the lunge. What did we do from here is we came back into the lunge. Don't tell me, I'll remember. Yeah, okay, yeah. So hold your block and let's bend our left knee. So I've got to come to my fingertips, but bend your left knee. Bend it deep. Bend it deep. Bend the left knee deep until the right knee and the front of the right leg opens up. Bend the left knee. Now draw your outer left hip back. Perfect. And then go ahead and come back. Come back to your kneeling position and then to rest, kind of just sit on the tops of your heels. Very good. Very good.
So
Stay there, guys.
Lisa?
Yeah?
When we were supposed to have our feet flat and when the front foot was supposed to be flat, mine was doing more like a suction.
Was the arch very lifted?
Yeah, the arch was kind of lifted right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could be like maybe the ankle hyperextending, or maybe you just have a big arch. Do you have a very lifted arch? Yeah. See, I don't.
I feel around her edge of her foot.
See, my arch isn't that big, but it still gives that suction cup looking action, right? So you still have that action, and if you hyperextend or if you have a very deep arch, I think it may look more.
Yeah, it looked like this.
Yeah. Okay, hope that answered you, Melissa. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up to standing, and we're still gonna use our blocks. This is like a little bit of a kind of a leg warrior too. So y'all watch for a moment. So I'm gonna put my blocks in front of me, or hold them in my hands. Then I'm going to step wide and turn my toes in. All 10 of my toes rotate in. Femur bones go back. Shin bones go back. And the bottom comes in. And then I'll come forward like this. And what I'm going to do to start is just get those arms out there as far as I can. Fingertips or hands down. And I want to press my weight back and kind of come into a very, 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 very wide-legged dog pose, okay? So we'll go here first, and then I'll just walk my blocks back. I'll lift the left heel, take it out to the left. Just watch for a moment. I'll turn the right toes to the right, hold on to the blocks, maybe fingertips, and I'm gonna see how much I can bend the right knee. How much I can bend my right knee, keeping my outer left foot completely flat. So you guys stand, come center of your mat, and take your feet and your legs wide. Yeah. Take your feet and your legs wide, and then turn your toes in towards your midline. Bring your bottom in, bring your femur bones back, bring your shin bones back. Perfect. And then come forward, put your hands on your blocks to start. Your elbows are straight. Now press down and move your thigh bones back and widen your feet, meaning not here, but widen your feet. Press your inner legs out. Now keep your legs active and walk your arms out here as far as you can in front of you. Dan. Yep, if you're not using blocks, that's okay too. Everyone, move your thigh bones back. Do not let your femur bones come towards the front of your legs, but press back. Press your outer feet down and extend through your inner legs. Walk your arms out a little bit further. Bring your fingertips together. Press down into your block to lift your breastbone. Good. Now I want you to see how deep you can put, or how deep you can bring your outer feet, both of them, down to your mat. Can you lift your hamstrings? Can you lift your sits bones? See if you can do that, guys. See if you can bend the knees just slightly, bring your hamstring muscles up. Bend the knees again, bring your sitting bones up and roll them into your low back. Push your weight into the heels of your feet. That's great. Now, walk the blocks back towards you. You can have your elbows straight for now. Look out in front of you. Lift your left heel like I'm doing. Take it to the left. Bend your right knee and turn your right toes to the right. Now let's try to keep our torso centered as we bend the right knee. So maybe your feet come a little bit wider, but bend your right knee. Walk your right foot forward if you need to, but bend your right knee to a 90-degree angle and keep your outer left foot against the floor. Keep your outer left foot against the mat. Check on your sternum and make sure that you're not here, but bring your chest directly over your mat, over your hands, and bend the knee a little bit deeper. Take your inner right knee here, take it back, Roll to your outer right foot, sink the knee a little bit deeper. Bring your inner right foot in. See if you can bend the knee while keeping the outer left leg pressing, left foot pressing. Now, straighten your knees. Turn your toes forward. Lift your right heel. Take it to the right. Turn your left toes to the left. Keep your hands pressing sternum directly over the mat. Exhale, bend your left knee and reach out into your outer right foot. So pretend that someone's standing on your outer right foot, drawing it down into the mat. Good. Now take your inner left knee back. That's great. Roll to your outer left foot, guys, so that your inner left knee rotates back. Now sink a little bit deeper. Keep your knee back. Bring your inner foot in and down. Keep working here. So see that your outer right foot is completely against the mat. Good. Bend the knee a little bit deeper. Bend, bend, bend. And then reach back into your outer right foot. Reach into your outer right foot. Take your inner left knee back. See how much deeper you can bend. And then come back, straighten your knees, turn your toes towards each other. You can keep your hands on your blocks like this. Walk your blocks back so they're back towards the heels of your feet, or take your hands back. Lift your inner thighs up and see if you can stretch the top of your head to the mat. Tuck your elbows towards each other and drag your elbows backwards, not moving your hand, but moving the tips of your elbows towards the wall that's behind you. Great, great, great. And then go ahead, look out in front of you. You can place your hands on your blocks or on the mat here. Bring your hands up to your hips and then come up. Good. And then we can bring you can bring your feet together. So we'll stand on our mat in Tadasana like this. Take your arms out in front of you. Let's bring our right elbow into our left and then bend the elbows, touch your palm. Go here. So extend the arms out, palms up, right elbow into the left. Bend quickly and try to get as much of the palms of the hands together as you can. So here, good. Now really press your outer elbows. This part of your elbow is on the top outer right elbow. Draw out into your left arm. Do the both. So draw your elbows into one another. Draw your elbows into one another. Inhale and stretch up, trying to straighten the elbows. Stretch through your fingertips. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Exhale, resist through the left elbow as you press down with your right elbow. And then release. Very good. Okay, opposite side. So now you've got the arms out again, but it's your left elbow inside of your right. Bend the elbows, palms together. And then you've got to take that top elbow and draw it out into your right elbow. So your outer left elbow, press it out into your right elbow. Good. Don't hold your breath. So you're spreading your shoulder blades, but you're also opening up your collarbone. You're opening up your breastbone as you do this. Now from here, go ahead and press through the fingertips. So if you're going to take the fingertips and touch the ceiling with them, but kind of resist with that left outer elbow. Go up higher. Go up higher. Press out. Move your elbows out in front of you, not really close to you. Kind of draw the arms and elbows out. Exhale. Press the elbows down as far as you can. Perfect. And release. Excelente. Excelente. Guys, go ahead and let's find a wall just for your hands. So I think that most of you have a wall, but just for your hands or a door or anything. And we're going to step to the wall like this. I'm going to bring my hands down pretty low. And all I'm trying to do for now is get the heel of my hand to really push forward into the wall like this. And it's tough. Yeah. So if your wrists are tight, This isn't going to be easy, but not here. Try to get your hands down as low as you can and push all four corners of your hands into the wall. Good. Tips of your elbows down, broaden your collarbone, and broaden your chest. With an exhalation of your breath as you press through your hands, step back and fold in half. So your feet are separated, and I want you to push into the wall as you keep your torso parallel. Keep your torso parallel to the mat. Keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Move your thigh bones back. So if I were there, guys, I'd take my hands to your outer hips and I would really stretch your outer hips back. So you guys, as you push your hands, push your hips back. Wonderful. Keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Very good. Go ahead here. Keep yourself folded in half. Step your right leg into the center. Take your left leg back. Put your left toes on the mat. With an exhalation, lift your left leg straight up. Keep your left hip point moving towards the mat. Keep the top of your left foot moving towards the mat. No one bend the elbows. Everyone straighten your elbows and push your weight back. Good. Hold here. Point your left toes. Everyone rotate your outer left hip down. That's it. Outer left hip down a little bit. Great. Point the back toes. Perfect. And then exhale, release. Bring your left leg down. If you need to rest in between the opposite side, you can do that by just coming from here, back up to the wall. Adjust the hands once more, tips of your elbows down, open up your chest. Step now, step back again, fold it in half. Now this time your left leg comes in the center. Now take your right toes down, keep your right kneecap facing the mat, your right hip point, and lift your right leg up, straight up. So don't open up the hip, but keep your right kneecap facing the floor. Draw your outer left hip back towards your inner foot. So you want to keep reaching your outer left leg back. Good. Good, good, good. Point your back toes here, guys. Perfect. Keep your elbows straight. Don't bend your elbows. Great, great, great. And then exhale, bend the knee and bring the foot back down and come stand. Perfecto. Warrior 3. And I think we did this recently, but let's see if we can hold our hands onto our blocks and then lift our torso up for another Warrior 3. So this one will look like, let's see. My blocks a little bit higher because I want my torso. So the lower my blocks are, the harder it's going to be for me to actually get the torso directly over the mat or parallel. Right? So, and we've done this. We'll do it without the wall. So I'll step right foot in, left leg back. I want to draw this hip back. Do you see? So my L-shaped hand pulls the hip back. Keep this back leg firm here. You know, walk your blocks forward and see from here, maybe we can bring our hands up to our hips. And then we'll bring our hands back down, bend the knee, and switch sides. Now, we used to do that, or we've done it lots of times with our back leg on the wall. Let's see where we can go without the wall. So hands on your blocks, fold in half, like this. Just fold in half, and your blocks are high. Keep them high so you've got some space here. And then stretch out through your side ribs. So don't do this. Draw the tops of your shoulders back, away from your ears, press your outer hip back and rotate your thighs in. Now, step your right foot into the center, take your left toes back just like we did before. Now, before you take your left leg up, go ahead and draw your right hip back. So that's before you even lift your back leg. Make an L shape with your right hand before you lift your left and pull your outer right hip back. So watch in this direction, guys. My left foot is in the center. My right leg is in the center. My left leg is back. Now watch. So I even take the leg up. I draw the hip back and then take the leg up. So draw your hip back, then take the left leg up. That's it. Left leg higher. Make sure your left kneecap faces the floor. Now point your left toes very strongly. Draw your right hip back. See if you can bring your hands to your hips and balance in a modified warrior 3. Great. Use that outer right hip very strongly. Hands down onto the blocks. Good, guys. Rest a moment and we'll switch sides. Perfect. Pretend you have a wall, right? So if you think, so let's do this side. You feel like you have a wall, maybe like we used to do in the studio. So when you bring this leg up instead of here, really reach back into this leg. So your back leg is where you put a lot of your reach power. Okay, hands on your blocks. Hands out in front of you. I think it's the left leg into the center and bring the right toes down. And that L shape can draw your hip back before you even lift your right leg up. So draw your hip back with the L shape of your left hand. Good. And then very slowly, keeping your right kneecap facing the mat, lift your back leg up. Keep your hip facing down. Push into your hands. Everyone reach into your back leg. Reach into your back leg. That's it. So if you keep lifting your outer left hip and rolling your right hip down, great, 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 great. And then exhale. Bring the hands to the hips if you can. Take a moment to balance. Virabhadrasana 3. Good, good, perfect. And then release. Very good, guys. Let's come. I'm going to show y'all. So I'm going to start with my feet a little bit apart, and this is just an Uttanasana. So you can start on your blocks. If you're going to use blocks because your hands don't reach the mat, this is what that will look like. If your hands do reach here, okay? So Uttanasana. So if your backs of your hands don't reach your mat, I'll put your blocks there. And your blocks are behind you. Your feet are about hip distance apart. You're using blocks again, they're back here, right? You shift into all 4 corners of your feet. Go ahead and reach back. Place the back of your hands either on your blocks or on the floor. Shift into all 4 corners of your feet and relax the tops of your arms. Relax your shoulders. Put more weight into the front of your feet. Great, great, great. Go ahead here. We've got our hands behind us. Yes. Backs of your hands either on the mat or on the blocks. You can wiggle your feet together. Just kind of move your feet so that both of your feet, inner feet, are touching one another. Keep your head relaxed. Keep the tops of your hands or the backs of your hands heavy. Roll your arm bones down. Exhale your breath, release your blocks, wrap your arms behind your knees. You take your elbows, hold your elbows. Now press your shoulders away from your ears, fold a little bit deeper. So hold as much of your elbows with your hands wrapped around your legs. Good. Keep your kneecaps straight. Trust your feet, kind of work with your 4 corners of your feet. If you really descend your center heel bone, you'll maintain this. Wonderful. Wonderful. And then go ahead, and we're here. You can exhale and release. Bring the backs of your hands down for a moment. Bring your hands to your hips. So now our legs are together and come up. Perfecto. Okay, so I'm going to take a dog pose, and then we'll come down onto the mat. But I'm going to do the dog pose almost like we did just now. So I'm going to start just hands on the mat, and I'm going to start really moving my weight back like this. And I've got my feet pretty wide, yeah. And then I'm going to start to move my feet closer until the inner feet are completely together. Then I'm going to press both of the upper leg bones back. Watch the sit, not here. So lift up and press back. So start in dog pose, but start with your legs and your feet apart. And you come into your dog pose however you can. So you can come from here and walk out, or you can come kneeling and come up into dog pose. But get some space between your hands and get some space in between your feet. So your hands and your feet are a good distance apart. Now press with your hands, maybe even lifting the fingertips up away from the mat so you have a lot of space there. Wonderful. Now begin to bring the feet very slowly together until the inner feet are touching. Excuse me. Now, keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Take your hamstrings up. Take your sits bones up and press back. Good. Press back, guys. Press your thighs back. Press your shin bones back. Ears in line with the upper arms as you move your weight back. Now, everyone, bend the knees, lift the hamstrings, roll the sitting bones up and over. Great. Now, descend the calves and the heels, press and release. Come into Adho Mukha Virasana or Child's Pose. And you can walk the arms out. Keep your bottom on your heels. Head down. Just resting here for a moment. Very good, guys. And then go ahead and bring yourselves up very slowly here. And let's see, maybe we need a blanket. Actually, let's just take our blocks. One block, come forward, knees together, feet apart. You'll know this one. And then we come back and we're going to sit on this block. Now, the block can be whatever level that you are it's comfortable for you. The block is whatever level. So maybe you need the block really, really tall like this, which takes a good amount of weight out of my feet. Or maybe you can have it as low as the lower level. But whatever way you have it, make sure you're comfortable and you're using both of your sits bones against this one block, okay? Lift the right knee up and with your right hand, pull your right hip back. Do the same with your left. Lift your left knee up and pull your heel back. Now take your hands and kind of draw down into your heels and lift your chest. Stretch your arms out in front and interlace right over left. Turn the palms out, center of the room, spread your thumb. Inhale, take your arms up, press through the palms of your hands. Good, good. So have your front of your ankles as they move back, press the palms up. Great. Press the palms up. Squeeze the elbows towards the head. Wonderful. Exhale, bring the arms down. Come forward and just tap your feet against your mat. Come forward onto your hands and then just tap your feet against your mat to release. And then come back again, seated on top of your blocks. Good. Lift, this time we'll lift the left knee and draw the left heel back, and then do the same on the opposite. So make sure your outer feet are perpendicular, okay? And then once you get here, thigh bones down, toes down, arms out. Interlace the fingers, draw the palms out, and let's interlace left over right this time, opposite, and then press out. Good. Tuck the arms in, elbows in. Inhale, take your arms up. Don't lift your bottom. As your arms go up, lift your spine, not your bottom. You can actually roll your sitting bones towards your prop. Take your arms up and then take your arms a little bit further behind your ears. Great. And then exhale to release. Perfecto. Come forward and we can tap our feet. So grab, if you've got, and I know this isn't everyone's favorite, and we won't be there too long, but grab your blankets if you've got them. And then if you don't have them, maybe just a towel or something. You can even use blocks, actually. We're going to do pigeon, okay, but a brief pigeon. Okay, so y'all know the deal. So it's that lunge one where we start in the lunge, right, like this. And I'm going to come forward and really press back into my left heel, like this. And actually, let's just go ahead and straighten that right knee to start. Kind of come over the right hip, draw the hip back, and now see if we can come down. Then I'm going to bend the knee, take the inner left knee, inner left thigh down like we've been doing here. Give it this bend of my right knee, and then I'm going to walk this right foot over, and I'm going to take it more at an angle, not directly over to the left-hand side of the mat, but look, I bring it more at an angle, kind of towards the top edge, going out towards the left-hand top edge. And then to come down, I'm not going to flop over on the right hip. I'm going to just take this left leg back further, come to the top of the left foot. Okay? So, Joan, what's your question? Joan? Oh, okay, I don't know. But come into a lunge with your right leg in front. Come into a lunge, come all the way up with your back knee up into a lunge, remember? So we come here, we're in this lunge here. And then you want to really press back into your back heel. Now remember, we came here, right leg in front. Push into your left heel, push into your left heel. Push deep into your left heel. Now straighten your right knee. Keep those elbows bent. Straighten your right knee. Draw your right hip back. Touch your nose to your knee. Now bend your right knee again. Begin to let your inner left thigh reach towards the mat with your left knee coming last. Remember, left knee coming last. Come all the way down. Once you get down, take the top of your left foot onto the mat. Take the top of your left foot onto your mat. Now from here, I think when we roll this outer left foot down, outer left knee, go ahead and walk your right foot out to the left, but take it at an angle. Take it more towards the top corner of your mat, your right foot. Don't take it directly in that 90-degree angle. Take it more towards the top. Everyone bring your right foot forward towards the top of your mat. So your knee is a little bit straighter. Your right knee is straighter than it would be if it was bent at the 90-degree angle. So listen, I don't want you guys to start here. You see? But once you get your left leg down, watch the right, not here. Wiggle it forward. Go forward. You can wiggle it and then rotate to your left. Rotate to your left. Go ahead and rotate your entire right side to your left. And I see some of the feet, the right foot is really close to the blankets or to the bottom. Everyone move your right foot a little more forward at an angle, top edge of the mat. At an angle, top edge of your mat. Good. Everyone lean to your left. Move your weight to your left. Good. Twist to your right. You'll move your weight to your left, throw your right arm behind your back, and twist to your right. So when your right arm goes behind your back, try to bring it to your left hip like this. So your right arm goes back, and try to touch the floor outside of your left hip with your right fingertips. Twist to the right. Great. And then exhale, release. Now, some of you, I cannot see your legs. So I can tell by the expression on your face if you're going along with the directions. Okay, so switch sides. So start in a lunge, left side. And I like to do this, kind of come forward and then push into the heel. So come forward onto your right toes and then press deep into your back heel. Remember, we've got that going. Now, press very strongly with your right heel. Press down with your hands. Straighten your left knee. And keep pressing through your back toes. Bend the elbow, nose to the knee. Draw the outer left hip back. Bend the left knee once more. Now begin to kind of rock again and let your inner right growing come down to your mat. So it's not your right knee that's going to come down first, but it's going to be the inner thigh and the inner growing, and go very slowly. Go slowly. Once you get your right foot back and on the mat, or once you get your right knee down, go ahead and put the top of your right foot on the mat and rotate to your outer right hip. There you go. Now, walk the front leg over, left leg, and go out at an angle so your knee is not bent 90 degrees. It's bent less. There you go. That's it. Wiggle it over and then up. Nice, Esther. Great. Great. And you can even hold yourself up with your hands or with your blocks. Yeah, good, good, good. Great. Great, great, great. That's it. Look at Esther. She's almost in a full split. Rotate your outer right hip forward. Yeah, this is getting very close to Hanumasana or the split, yeah? So roll your weight more to your right. Now twist to your left. And as you twist to your left, throw your left arm behind you. Attempt to reach your left fingertips towards the mat. Good, 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 good. Great, great, great. And then release and just come seated. Very, very good, guys. Just come seated onto your mat. So I'm going to sit forward. Actually, I'm going to take a blanket and just to sit on top of. It's up to you, but I think I'm going to sit on top of this blanket and extend my legs out in front. And y'all watch for a moment. Let's see if we can do Marichiyasana A with the bind. So just watch. I'm at the edge of the blanket, and I'm going to bend the right knee. Now, if you can't bind this, because it is a bind, you can hold your strap and maybe connect your hands to your strap. But I've got the right foot up, and I want to take a fist from my fist distance. And then watch my shin bone. I do not want my right shin bone to go forward, but watch back. Do you see? So back. I'm going to come inside with the right arm and not this. I want to really hook on or draw that inner knee in. Lift up, and then I'm going to release and bind around my right knee, and I want to bring my nose to my left knee. And then we'll inhale up and we'll exhale, release, okay? So sit at the edge of your blankets or blocks even, whatever you've got to sit on, but sit at the edge and sit tall. Separate your feet, hold behind your right knee, and bring your right foot up. And let's take this in stages, guys. So we've got our right foot up, and we want to bring a fist distance from the blanket to the heel. Yeah. So a fist distance from the blanket to the heel. Now take your right arm up and lean forward and reach in and hook your left foot with your right hand. So don't let your right knee wing out, but pull your right knee in. If you can't reach your foot, maybe hold a strap in your hand as you reach forward for your foot. Good. So draw the right knee in so that the right knee is actually touching. And instead of binding all the way, I want you guys to release your right hand from your foot, bend your right elbow, and take your right hand back, as far back as you can, like this. And then press with your right arm. Press with your right arm. Now, extend your right elbow and see if you can take your right hand behind your back. Bring your left hand behind your back. Connect your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. See if you can move forward, move your nose to your left knee. So you have to really press down into your left heel bone. If you cannot go all the way, you may be able to hold your strap in your right hand like this and connect with your left. Yeah, so here. You see? Or wherever you can get, but you want to have that connection so you can use that to get the tops of the shoulders down and to move your nose to your knee. And then inhale up and exhale, release. Perfect. Straighten your right knee. Bend your left. And again, you can hold behind and bring the foot up and then measure. We've got to measure. This is a fun one to try to stand up and do. Well, we won't go. We'll try it just for fun. So as you press your foot, you'll take your left arm up and come inside and grab your right foot on the inner part. And then the work is going to be to really flatten your left foot. So your inner left foot is grounded, and then lift up, really stretch up. Move your side ribs up. Now bend your left elbow and go ahead and take your left hand back as far as you can, and that will literally press your left shin bone back. That's great, guys. Now, see if you can straighten the elbow, left elbow, and wrap the hand behind you. Connect the fingers, roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Connect the fingers and roll your shoulders away from your ears. You can use a strap as well. Very, very good. Good. And then you can exhale to release. Perfect. Just straighten your leg out. The standing one is kind of fun, and then you don't have to do it, but yeah, you can try it. So for me, I can't really stand up, but if you can grab the foot, you keep one set of fingertips on the mat. So for me, it's the left one. Right hand is grabbing my foot, and then I have to really literally come forward like this, lift the bottom, and then see if I can come standing. Okay, that's just something fun to try. No one looks interested. Try it anyway. So bring the right foot down. Now look, if you can't grab your foot, that's okay. Watch, you could do this. Maybe try to just come forward and come up as much as you can using your fingertips if you cannot grab your foot. Y'all go for it. Right knee first. Yeah. Lisa used the strap to her left foot, so that's another option. Good. And it's just a fun thing to do. Nice, Esther. And then you guys switch sides. So again, say you can't get here, you can wrap a strap around and hold the strap. Left hand to your strap around your right foot, or do this, fingertips back, and you have to kind of almost press your bottom back to stand or come halfway standing. So you almost have to take your buttocks and press it back in order to get some weight in your left foot. All right, forget that, guys. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's do Shirsasana if you can invert today. Let's do Shirsasana. If you're worried about doing Shirsasana without the teacher there, then maybe do your legs up the wall or just practice the lower half of the pose, so the shoulder half, okay? So for that, you interlace, make sure you interlace your fingers so they face you. And as you bring your blanket down against the wall, y'all know this one. Palms up, interlace the fingers, hold the back of your head, press down with your outer wrist, your forearms, and your elbows to move your shoulders away from your ears. So take your Shirsasana. Or again, you could do legs up the wall. Good. Make sure your elbows are in and they're not extended out. Press, press, press. So to get up here, straighten your knee that you're going to kick up. So Sarwat, really straighten your knee and try to reach your heel to the wall. So think about heel to the wall. There you go. Do it again and really firmly straighten your knee. There you go. So if you guys straighten the knee, the leg that you're kicking up, that leg can be very strong. Good, good, good. Almost. Reach with the leg that's going up. That's it, Esther. That's great. Good. All right, guys, go ahead and come down. I noticed not very many of us got up there. So let's see. You could do it opposite. So watch. If you have room for your feet, I don't want you guys to be discouraged because you were getting into headstand before we left and now you're not. So I don't want you to be discouraged about that. So let's see if we can do it another way with our feet on the wall as support. Okay. And so what you do is the same. It's like a wall L, except you're halfway, you see. So instead of being on my palms, I do my Shirsasana arms, put the top of your head, cup your head, and I may be a little bit too far away and walk up and then really press and lift here like this. If you've got the strength, you can take one leg up at a time. But you're here, so you've got some support, okay? You've got some support. So if you want to do that, you can. If not, you maybe take your legs up the wall. Yeah, there you go. So I walk the feet down. So the calves and the femur bones are parallel. There you go. And then you guys, your work is in lifting your shoulders. That's it, Sir Watt. Reach through your foot. Reach through your top foot. Good, 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 good. And your legs are halfway here. There you go. Perfect.
Lisa, I don't have a wall.
Okay. Well, you did Parsarika.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right, everybody, go ahead and come down. Nice, Esther. Stay there, Esther. If you just got there, don't come down, stay there. But if you've been there and you're already down, go ahead and come down onto your mat. And you can release your neck. I should have said that, but you could be in Uttanasana, or you could actually come forward and forward fold here. So either one that you want to do to release your back. Very good. So here, head down. Good. And then you guys roll up. Now we are going to do Supta Padangusthasana, but I think that this one is kind of interesting. Let's see if I can get it. So it's like a double leg pigeon pose, which is really just fun. So some of the rules that we had in our regular pigeon, we won't have here. It won't be those same rules. So I'm going to take my left leg back like this. You see, and maybe I've got this front foot in like a regular pigeon, and I'm trying to take this left knee, the knee's bent, and I'm holding the foot. So I grab the foot when the knee was here. And then I'll take the left knee back, and I'm trying to get the entire top of the left knee on the yoga mat. So let's start there and see if we can get anywhere. So you're just seated on your mat. Maybe you just bend your right knee in front like this. Let your right side be comfortable and grab your left foot with your hand, go over your toes. Now you'll bend your knee back and see if you can turn the sole of your foot down, toes up, and knee down. So once more, you're here, grab the top of your foot, take your knee out to the left and see if you can get the top of your knee on the mat. And maybe you just get here. Maybe you don't get all the way here. So maybe you're holding the foot. Maybe you just get here. And you kind of trick yourself and say, well, I went there, I'll go a little bit further. And then don't tell the mind, but go a little bit further. And then the biggest trick of all, try to turn that femur bone down. Nice, guys. And then release. Good. And we'll switch sides. Very nice. Very nice. It's like a quadricep stretch, yeah. This is a back bend. All pigeons are back bends. Pigeons and warrior ones and things like that. So now you're just sitting comfortably. Remember, you're trying to trick the brain. So we're not going to let the brain know what we're trying to do, but lean to your left and grab the top of your right foot. And maybe you're just here. No big deal. Not going to go crazy or anything. That's what you're telling the brain. There's trick. And then take it further back. There you go. And again, your left leg's very relaxed. You're not doing anything with that left leg yet. And then lean to your left. Now, this is a trick. See if you can turn the top of the the femur bone down like that. And you're holding on to that foot, right foot. Pull your foot in close. Oh, pull your foot in close. Great. Great, great, great. And then we've got one more time. So you can exhale, release. And I'll show you what that's like. You start just like we did. That first half, we just did the bottom foot. So I went here and grabbed, and then I turned the knee down. That's if you can, maybe only here. And then I put a lot of weight in my right hip, and I bend the knee and grab the right foot. And then again, it's a trick the brain. Don't tell the brain that you're trying to get the soles of your feet together. So again, you go fairly slow. Take the left hand to the top of your left foot and pull your left knee out to the left. Try to get the top of your left knee down. Reach down, grab your right foot. Now, lift your right foot off of your mat. They don't have to touch, but lift your right foot off of your mat. Pull your left foot into your right foot. Good. Nice, Melissa. Excelente. Throughout, that's picture perfect. And then release slowly. Nice. Then switch side. Yeah. So you're just sitting. Now you can grab the top of the right foot. And again, the brain doesn't know where you're going. Take the right knee out. Turn the top of the right knee down. Pull the foot. Grab your left foot. Lift your left foot up. Bend your elbows. See if you can touch the soles of the feet. Good. So you are allowed to sit on your outer left hip. That is allowed in this one, to sit on your outer left hip. Good, good, good. Esther, that's perfect. And then release. Very nice, everybody. All right, let's come down onto our mats and let's do Setu Bandha before we do Supta Padangusthasana. So if you have a block, use it. If you don't, you can kind of come up into the pose without the block. But if you've got the block, lift up, open up the hip flexors and place the block at the sacrum. And then you want to really press down into your feet. And I touch my hip points because you don't want them spreading. You don't want your knees here. You don't want your hip points moving out. You want your inner thighs kind of moving towards each other, inner knees, inner feet grounded. And from here, if you can go deeper, what it's going to be is to straighten the knees. And if y'all remember that kind of a lunge when we did earlier, where we really pressed down with the sole of our foot into the mat, that kind of a lunge thing that we did earlier. So anyway, if you can straighten the knees, but you must keep your hip points very even with one another. Yeah, good. Nice, everybody. Now, again, if you don't have a block, you can take this to, you could take this just without the block. If it bothers your back, you'll want to lower your block. You want to use your feet. Your shoulder blades are in, your chest is lifted. Very good. And then you guys can come down. You bend your knees if they're not bent. And lift your bottom up and tuck down one vertebra at a time. Good. And then just rest on your mat for a moment. Now, this is Urdhva Dhanurasana, or the full back bend. So, and I know that not all of us are there yet, but if you can get on top of your head, that would be perfect. So just let me demonstrate. Well, mainly because that's all that I can do, I believe, is get on the top of my head. So if you have blocks, you put those blocks against the wall, whatever level you need. If you've got a good baseboard or a good support there, you can kind of angle them like that, or you can come here. And then you bring yourself down on your back with your head between your blocks. So for me, because I have extremely tight shoulders, I'm going to just use this first one. I'm going to use a strap right above my elbows. And maybe you don't go anywhere. You see, now I want to take this strap off because it's making it so hard. Now I can't do it. So forget the demonstration. So I've got my hands on the blocks with my fingers down, and I've got my elbows tied so that they don't spread out as I try to come up. So here, press the hands and the feet. I'm going to push up onto the top of my head to start. Then I want to kind of stretch the elbows back. And if I can get up higher, I will. If my elbows are not completely straight, but that's because I can't straighten them. So you can come onto the top of your head and pump your chest, or you can try to attempt to come all the way up into full back bend. Okay, so you lie on your mat, and say you don't have blocks, and Melissa, I know you don't have a wall, but maybe just trying to get the palm of your hand on the mat with your hands right outside of your ears is a super duper challenge. So
I want your ankles.
Yes, I know. I wish, yeah. Too bad my ankles aren't there. That might be a good marketing tool, though. What do y'all think? Like a good
your ankles?
We can make some fake ankles, right? Look like feet and ankles, maybe about this high. And then you can purchase them to hold on to them for back bend. They'll be weighted fake ankles. Doesn't that sound fun? Somebody better patent that before the idea gets out.
Right by your ears, and you hold on to them and push up. Yeah, perfect.
Right? Then make some hands. Just kidding.
It'd be like a different version pole.
Nice, Esther. Very good. When you guys come up onto the top of your head, if that's as far as you can go, that's great. Or if you just get the palms of your hands on the mat over by your ears, that's great. So anywhere that you can work here, work there. Good, 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 Lisa. Good, Joan. Very good. I don't know where Dan went. I guess I won't ask.
Like the kids at Zoom school who like put a video of themselves there and then walk away.
I know, right? I bet they could do that. Mm-mm. There'll be all kinds of tricks, I'm sure, for the school kids in this whole video classroom thing.
I was just thinking, I have a picture that you took at the Y of me and Irva down near Asana, so I almost put it up there.
Perfect, John.
Yeah, back then picture when I was skinny. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Why is your hair not purple in that picture? Just kidding.
It was blonde, actually, I think. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so you guys come away from your wall or just come down on your mat. We'll release our backs. So when you come flat, make some space for yourself. Take your arms out, take your knees up, take your knees to the left. Hold your knees against the mat. You can lift your left shoulder blade up and take it to the left. Then twist your spine to the right. Oh. Twist to the right, yeah. So both of the knees come onto the mat. Make sure your shoulder blades spread. So you have to kind of bend the elbows and pull the left shoulder blade. You're out to the left. And then try to bring the breastbone up towards the ceiling, guys. That's great. Exhale and go opposite. So move your knees over to the right and you twist to the left. You can still use your weight. So your outer right hip should draw back towards your right heel. So you don't want to let your hip lift up. So your knees are to the left. No, your knees are to the left and you're twisting to your right. So here is where you can pull this hip back, your top hip, and that really moves your top half to the right or whichever way you're twisting. So that top hip can stretch back, top outer hip. Good. And then bring it back to the center, guys. And then go ahead and extend your legs. And if you don't have a wall, that's okay, but we'll press into whatever we've got here. So you're supine, you're on your back for Supta Padangusthasana. So both of your feet are pressing into the wall. And for now, we're just kind of relaxing here a little bit, making sure you've got all four corners of the feet into the wall, femur bones grounded, shin bones grounded. Bottom is long. I know that sounds awful, but top of the buttock stretches towards the lower part of your buttock. And then bend your right knee, lift your right leg up, and let's place the strap around the base of the toes and straighten the right knee. So as you straighten the right knee, press up into the strap. And you've got to rotate that outer right hip down. So go ahead and pull with your left hand down, all the way down towards your chest, and turn the sole of your right foot to the left. Good. And then you can reach up. I've got the strap in both hands, but the sole of my right foot is moving to the left. Lift your head and shoulders and really pull your leg in. Pull your nose to your knee. Good. Really pull into the strap, guys. And now take your right femur bone and press it towards the wall. Lower your head, lower your shoulders. Keep your right leg in towards your chest. Press your left foot strongly into the wall to bring the back of your left leg grounded. Hold your strap with your right hand. Take your right leg so the sole of your foot turns to the left. You can even use your hand. Take your right leg out to the right, but use the back of your right arm and your right elbow. Use the back of your right arm. Use your right elbow. Now inch your left leg and your left foot over to the left. Ground the entire back of your body. Ground the entire back of your body. See if you can drop your 5 right toes into the floor, but press the wall with your left foot. Keep moving your navel to the left. Now, bring your right leg up. Take your left hand to your strap and take your right leg over to the left. Now, let's go all the way over, but keep your left toe straight up. Keep your left toe straight up to the ceiling. Take your right leg all the way over as far as you can. L-shaped right hand. Draw your right hip down. Everyone straighten your right knee. Straighten your right knee. That's how you'll want to move your right thigh bone to the back of your right leg and turn your foot straight down towards the floor. Right foot, turn it towards the mat. You're holding with your left hand. Make sure your left toes are straight up to the ceiling. Go a little bit further, but don't move your left toes. Take your right leg a little bit deeper, almost pigeon toe on your left toes. Good. Now bring your leg back to the center. Bend the right knee and bring the right leg down. Great. Great. Press your right foot into the wall now. And check on the back of your right leg and see that it's grounded. And then bend your left knee and place your strap around your left foot. Take it to the base of the toe. Take it to the toe joints. Take it to the toe joints. And then here is where you really firmly straighten the left leg, taking the femur bone, the left thigh bone all the way back to the back of your left leg. Press up as if you're pressing the gas pedal with your foot. Good. Reach up. Now pull down with your right hand to really rotate the sole of your foot to the left. Hold your strap with two hands. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, pull your nose in to your knee. Good. Now, as you bring your nose to your knee, your femur bone must go away from you. So press your thigh bone towards the wall with both of your knees straight. Take any openness out of the back of your right leg. So close the back of your right leg onto the mat. Close the back of your right leg completely down. Good. Good. Now, lower your head and shoulders. Keep that leg coming into your chest. Keep the leg coming in. Press the strap. Press your foot into the strap. Bring your thigh bone away from your chest. Good. Now you can take your left leg, reach up, grab your strap with your left hand. Use your left arm. Widen your left elbow as you let your left leg go out to the left. Use the back of your left arm. Now move your navel to the right. Close the entire right side of your body to the mat. Wiggle or inch the right leg and the right foot over to the right. So you have more space between your hip points. Hold your strap really close to your foot. Turn the sole of your foot to the right. Now see if you can touch the floor with your left toes. All 5 of them. See if they can press into the floor. Good. Bring your right thigh bone down. Everybody bring the back of your right leg down. Good. Now bring your leg up and take it across. Switch the hand that holds the strap. Make sure that you're rotating. It's this kind of an angle of the outer leg and outer hip. I call it the ballerina move. So turn the sole of your foot towards the floor as if you're going to walk on the floor as you take your left leg to the right. Do not loosen up on your right toes. Your right toes are extended up towards the ceiling, almost pushing the wall over. Hold your strap really close to your foot and take it a little bit deeper. Take it a little bit deeper. Really press the back of your right leg completely into the mat. Take your outer hip and rotate it away from you, left side. Good, good, good. Can you bend the elbow here and pull the toes more towards the ear? Good. Now, bring the leg back to the center. Good. And then exhale, release. Good. Just extend both of your legs to the mat. Okay, let's bend our right knee so you can keep your left foot against the wall. I'm going to bring the right knee in, hold below the knee, take the knee out to the right a little bit, and let's do our ankle roll. So you've got 60, 30 clockwise, and 30 counterclockwise. Good. Don't just try to avoid swinging the knee or kind of swinging out on the hip. See if you can isolate this to just your ankle. Just your ankle. And really rotate so you've got kind of a full rotation. You can take your time and really rotate it around. I even like to, sometimes as it's going around, point the toes and then dorsiflex, and point, and then dorsiflex as you're moving the ankle. Yeah, good. And again, your own count here. And then when you finish that side, which I know you're nowhere near, but when you do, don't lose count, because then you'll have to start from the very beginning. But really control this. And then once you finish your right side, you'll extend your right leg down. Let it rest on the mat for a moment to see the difference between the left side and the right side. And then you can begin that same work on your left side, but when you're ready. When you're ready. Here you go. Again, avoid swinging this and use your breath. Really breathe as you're doing this. And again, it's an isolation of just the ankle. So you're not swinging the knee or swinging the hip, but you're with control rotating the ankle. And like I said a moment ago, sometimes as I go around, I'll point and then flex, and point and flex. Just so I can kind of, really it's opening up the front of the ankle, the back of the ankle. Yep. Inner and the outer ankle. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Does that take a little bit of the hurt out of this if you point and flex and point and flex?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then, but still point and flex. I thought maybe it made it a little bit easier.
Oh, God. Too much sick.
It is a very tough one, but it is something, guys, you should do often. And the good thing about this is you can do it in bed or whatever. You don't have to actually pull out a yoga mat or something like that. And then once you get done there, stretch both of your legs out and just kind of notice, see where the energy is moving or where it's moved to. And bend your knees if you're done. Bend your knees, and let's put the soles of our feet together. Let your knees go out wide for a moment. See if you can relax the bottom and relax that interior growing, so that space around the pubic bone can relax. Just the Baddha Konasana for a moment. And then bring the knees together and the soles of the feet on the mat. Take your knees together and let your feet go wide a little bit. So you're kind of opening up the lower back. Bring the feet together. Cross the right outer ankle over the left knee. Lift the left foot, interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Pull your knee in, but don't lift your bottom. Don't lift your sacrum as you draw your left knee in. Extend your left knee, straighten your left knee. Pull your left leg in closer, but press your outer right foot into your top of your left knee. And then bend your left knee. Bring the foot down, switch sides. So left over the right now. Lift the right foot and interlace, and then press out so you open up the chest. Now, I'm not doing this. I want to roll my outer hips and my sacrum down and then pull the right thigh in. Straighten the right knee. Keep this limp here. So, in other words, don't lift your bottom up, but keep it moving towards the mat, more here. Good. And then bend your right knee and exhale, release, feet on the mat. Shavasana. So, any way you want to take Shavasana. If you want to put your feet against the wall or your legs up the wall, you can do that. If you have a blanket and you want to roll it up under your knees or put a blanket under the back of your head, you can do that. And one thing that I do sometimes in Shavasana can be done on its own is just to kind of, move your own shoulder blades out and take your arms instead of here. Go ahead and let them go really wide. Palms of your hands up towards the ceiling and the thumb sides of your hand rotate towards the mat. Push the thumb sides of your hands that open towards the mat, but once you get that, exhale and let go. Once you get here, you'll relax your hands, you'll relax your arms, you'll relax your legs, you'll relax your feet. As you close your eyes, let your tongue become very heavy and just move towards the base of the mouth. And all of the muscles in the face can relax. Let the tongue relax. Allow your eyeballs to move away from your eyelids. The brain can move towards your mat as well as your heart. And all of the other internal organs can begin to move towards the mat. Begin to deepen your breath and move your awareness back into the room. Small movements in the fingers and in the toes. And as you exhale the breath, you can bend the elbows and bring your hands to your belly or to your heart. Stretch the arms over your head for a full body stretch. You can release your arms and bend your knees one knee at a time. Place the feet on the mat. And then bring the knees into the chest one at a time. And you can wrap your arms around your knees and any movements here side to side or front to back. And then roll over onto your right side and hold there in a fetal position. Your right arm can support your head. And then bring yourselves up here, seated, using your hand against the mat or the floor. You can come into any seated position that you would like. You keep your eyes closed and your hands can come to your heart center, maybe your third eye, or just resting at the legs. Take a moment in silence to honor the true self. The best remedy for any illness is laughter. Real bliss is maintaining equanimity of mind at all times, in all places, under all circumstances. Thank you guys very, very much. Namaste.
Namaste. Hell yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Sir Watt. Thank you very much, Esther. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Did I say thank you to everyone?
Thank you, Sar.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Just kidding.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Grandpa.
Right. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, John.
Good night, Grandpa. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Thank y'all. Bye. I miss y'all. Lisa.
But this is cool. This is cool.